in today's video, I'm gonna be ranking every dinosaur. And you may say, oh my gosh, you're finally making another long form. And yes, I am. Because I felt like it. And as you can see, I spent a lot of time on this thumbnail. So like, could you just like click the like, please? Alright, so first, the Nubisaur. Alright, the Nubisaur, I'm gonna say this, it's not a bad dino. This fellow right here is not a bad dino for your first dino ever. Personally, its stats might not be the best, but hey, it's your first dino, and it's pretty good for being a first starter dino. Next, we have the Razor Claw. This Razor Claw, it's okay, it's mid. I'm not saying it's really bad, but it's mid. This Razor Claw, let's see its stats. Its attack is really good for a hunter. It has free. I would say I'm gonna put the Razor Claw. I'm gonna say it's mid. Let's say that. The Razor Claw is mid. Next dino. The Chadlodon. Okay. I've never been too much of a fan of a Chadlodon, but this is from my opinion, so this might not be true. You guys think other, but personally, the Chadlodon is kind of booty, and I'm just gonna say that why. Say now why. So, personally, if I was making the Chadlodon, I would make it a lot better, because first of all, it was like one of the biggest dinos in the game at the start of this game, and it wasn't really that good. So, I just wish it did. Damn. Alright, next dino. Let's stop yapping about the Chadlodon. Next, we got the Chompasaur. The Chompasaur is beautiful, but as before, it's not really too different from a Nubisaur. Its stats are pretty similar, and they have the same size. They're basically the same dinosaur, but a different design. So, I'm gonna say that this dinosaur's mid. Next dinosaur, Rakdos. Okay, when Rakdos first released, they were one of my favorite dinos. Because, first of all, they were the fastest dino in the game, and they did a lot of damage for a hunter. They didn't get too big, but they were really good. So, I'm gonna say that the Raptor is a good dinosaur. Next, we have the Oh my god, I remember when this released. The Magmadon was one of the best dinosaurs. Well, it was the best at one time. I remember when I first killed this thing and it dropped the 8, I was so happy. This was my favorite dino at the time. This was the first ever beaten, and I'm telling you, it was so good at the time. Like, this was better than the Skelly Magmon at its peak. So, I'm gonna put this as really good. Yep. Next time, Tortnash. Okay. When Tortnashes weren't released, you could have seen people in public, and Tortnashes are good because they're really big. They're big tanks. I'm gonna say that they're one of the biggest in the game, and I just like them in general. So I'm gonna put the Tortnash good. Next we have Triceratops. The Triceratops. Okay, I know like a lot of you guys are gonna say I'm wrong about this, but the Triceratops isn't really too good of a dino. And the only reason I'm saying that, it gets pretty big, it's pretty fast, but I just don't think it does like the biggest amount of damage. So I'm still gonna say it's good. So that's why I'm only putting it in good. So it's going in good. Next dino, Beastosaur. I love Beastosaurs. Like, they're really just like the same as the Chadlodon. So Like, I love them, but I'm sorry, I have to put you in mid. Next dinosaur, Grugadon. Well, I remember this was the first tank that ever released in the game, and I was kind of mad because I couldn't afford the saddle, but still, I got the saddle. I enjoyed it for a little bit, but it was never my favorite, so I'm putting it in mid. By the way, if you're still watching this and you don't like my opinion, it's just my opinion. You can think otherwise. It's just my opinion. So, yeah. Next video. My bad. Next dinosaur, Chugadon. This was the first fusion to ever release, and I like it. It's really cool. And its stats are pretty good for a dinosaur, as it's a mix of a Chaddlodon and Grugadon. So I'm gonna put it in good. Next dinosaur, Sheldon. I remember I couldn't have enough for this, but I traded my sister for it, and it was mid. I'm gonna say this is one of the smaller tanks, but it's still good. So I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna put it in mid. I know y'all will probably get mad at me for that, but it's just really a dinosaur. So, mid for the Sheldon. Skelly Magma. Okay, this is an automatic very good. Do I even have to explain it? Like, it's an automatic very good. All right, next dino. Oh shoot, Mammothor. I remember these were not released, and whenever you saw somebody with them, they were such a flex because nobody else had them. And I remember when these were like super rare. Look, there's one in the shop right now. They're not even rare anymore. I'm gonna say Mammothors are good. I like Mammothors. They're pretty good. Chamamamasaur. This is the second ever fusion. This was my bad. I meant to say the third ever fusion. This is a fusion of the Mammothor and Chamamamasaur. And personally, I think it's really good for a dino. I think it's pretty good. So I'm gonna put this in good. Next dino, Gerdysaur. For some reason, this is like a really big struggle to get. I don't know why, it's just really hard to get. But it's not all good of a dino. It's not the best dino. So for that reason, I'm putting it in mid. Next dino, Alright. Some of you guys might not agree, but this is an automatic very good. I love Tyrannosaurus. As you can see, 50. I got this bundle and I leveled it up to 50. It's one of my favorite. Next dino, Gerdysaur. Gerdysaur, my friends really love their Gerdysaurs. But me, I'm more of a Tyrannosaurus fan, so I'm gonna put Gerdysaur in good. Or Gerdyrex, my bad. Gerdyrex in good. Next, okay. Dang, the flap just, okay. Listen to me. These are the best dinos in the whole game. You can't disagree. Like, you... Alright, sorry about that. I gotta get all the way back down. Cryodons. Okay. Cryodons are good dinosaurs, yet they lack some size. So, they're really good dinos. Their attack is but, and they're still really small. So, for that reason, I'm putting the Cryodon in mid. Like, you guys might disagree, like, really badly, but it's mid in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Next dino, Uglytoe. Okay. These, so they're really fast, and they get pretty big for a hunter. But there's not really anything too bad to say. Maybe it could be a little smaller, but otherwise, I'm putting this in good. I didn't just say that because I love the ugly sword. Chilodon. Okay. These aren't like underrated dinos. They're really fast. Like, they kind of lack damage and size. I don't want to say they lack size. They get pretty. They get to a pretty good size, but I'm gonna put Chilodon in good. I know you guys would probably say put it in mid, but I'm putting it in good. Next dino, Swoopjaw. This was the first flying dino. Very good. Like, it did pretty good damage. It's not the best size, but it doesn't really matter too much. It was the first flying dino. It's pretty good. Next dino, Pterodactyl. Okay, these were bigger than Swoopjaws, but they did the same amount of damage. It's kind of just a reskin, but hey, it's the second flying dino. I love all flying dinos, so I'm putting this in good. Not very good, just because. Flat. Okay, this is a really good Titan. Like, it moves slow, but it gets super big and it does loads of damage, and it has a pretty good health for a flying dino. So I'm putting this in good. The Dilophosaurus. Okay. This, it does alright damage, but its size is really bad. It's so tiny. So I'm putting this in mid. Next dino, Swoopclaw. Okay. This is gonna have to be the first. It's not that good of a flying dino. It can barely fly. It can't glide. So I'm gonna have to put it in mid. This is the first mid flying dino. Okay, very good. They're the biggest tank in the game. They're a free dino, and they're a really good dino. So very good automatically. Next dino, Ankylosaurus. I feel like these are the same as Beastosaurs and Chadlodons, but some people might disagree. I just wish they made the tail be able to do damage, but it doesn't, but it's okay. Alright, next dino. This is the last one, Crystodon. Okay, in all fairness, its design is very cool. There's just one problem. It's a reskin of the Cryodon, and Cryodons aren't that good, so I'm gonna have to put this in good just because of its design. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that video. Bye!